Hi everyone. In this video module, we will see how to play around with dates in Google Data Studio. Okay. First, we are making a table consisting of region, segment, and sales according to each segment and region. Now, when I click on the table, I get various options under which there is an option called default date range. Okay. So here what all I have auto and I have custom. So auto means that Google Data Studio itself will sense all the data in the given time frame. For example, in this data set which we are using, we have data for 2018, 19, 20 and 21. So all 4 years data are being utilized for generation of this table of sales according to region and segment. So this is the auto of default date range. When it comes to custom, we can see how much sales is made in each segment and region in a given specific time period. For example, let me click custom and in add a date range, I'll click fixed. Okay, fixed means between this fixed time period, how much sales were made. Okay, in consumer segment in East India, 7,18,000 rupees sales was made. Okay, now let me change the date. I'll just click on this once, and then I'll select 2019 January 1 to 2019 June 30. So that is the first half of 2019. I wanted to know how much is the sales. And when I'm clicking apply, this 7,18,000 sales is going to become the value for that particular half of 2019, which is nothing but 46,882. Okay. Similarly, you can choose any date range. So this is the advantage of using custom option in a date range. So let us explore further. Instead of fixed, what if I'm going to click last 7 days? If you choose last 7 days as an option, then the sales data for the last 7 days from the day of doing the task will be utilized for generation of the table. Okay. For example, I'm recording this video on Feb 16, 2022. Okay. So if I choose last 7 days, then the data will be considered from Feb 9 to Feb 15. What if my seventh day should not be Feb 15? I want it to be today. So I want it to be Feb 16. Then just click include today. Now the order date automatically changes from 9 to 10 and 15 to 16. That is, today is considered as the seventh day if you are clicking the checkbox include today. Similarly, you can do for last 14 days, last 28 days, last 30 days, sales for today, sales for yesterday, this week, last week, various other options are given. Okay, so let us cancel this operation for now, and we will explore what are the other things. Here, there is something called as comparison date range. So the display here is for sales in each region and each segment during the first half of 2019. Okay, I want this particular data to be compared with another time period. How can I do it? I can simply go to comparison date range, and in that I can either have a fixed date range. Okay, that is, I can manually enter that this data, that is to first half of 2019's data, should be compared with second half of 2019 or second half of 2018. So any fixed date range I can compare. Okay, if I select previous period, then now the data is displayed for 6 months of 2019, first 6 months. If I select previous period, then it is going to consider the last 6 months of 2018. From July to December 2018, it's going to consider. So exactly the last 6 months from the previous data, from the used data will be selected if previous period is applied. Whereas if you select previous year, instead of last previous 6 months, it is going to compare the time period which is corresponding to the previous year. In our original table, the data is being shown for first half of 2019. When I select previous year, it is going to show the data for first half of 2018 instead of second half of 2018. So it's going to correspondingly show the data for that particular time period during the previous year. So like this, many different options are available. So if suppose I am just clicking previous year and selecting apply, then what's going to happen? I'm going to get an extra column which shows the percentage change. Okay. So for example, in 2019, the first half of 2019, the sales was 46,882 in consumer segment in East India, which is 74.1% higher than first half of 2018's data. Okay, so that difference is being shown here. Okay, and this green arrow indicates that it is on the profit side, and the red arrow, red downward arrow is showing that it is less than the previous last year's sales. Okay, so this is how the default date range and the comparison date range work. Okay, one thing we should think about is that how does Google Data Studio knows to process this data to identify which sales is made on which date and how to match it correctly. For that, we have something here called date range dimensions. Okay, here Google Data Studio is going to consider the dates which are given, the rows which has the order date. Okay, to explain you in better way, let me say that in our original data there are two columns, one column having order date and another column having shipping date. In such case, how should this table be calculated? How should the sales be calculated? Google does not know, or it might be confused. So here you should come and select specifically which date should be considered for all these calculations and analysis. Okay, hope I'm clear. So in this video, we saw what are the different ways by which dates can be used to analyze data, how to analyze data when comparison with a different time frame, and all those kind of stuffs. Okay, hope you understood how date works in Google Data Studio. See you in the next video module. Thank you.